bend your back, start look back. Bend your back, start look back. Walk it up, girl. 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 Boom. Walk it. Set it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Walk it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Set it. Girl. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Set it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Set it. Walk it. Set it. Set it. Let me see you, girl. Put on. 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 Let me see you, girl. Come up. 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 Let's go. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Come see body teacher. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Boom. Position and jiggle up your body, girl. You can't hit.
Check, 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 check. I just want to say good evening with my good friend Alan Powell. Yeah, it's all about the topics, and we are here without fear. It's a boy who took China Wallen, Jason Wallen, whatever you want to call me. You know what I mean? And we here to have a good time. Yeah, man. And how must I say? It's been great. It's been great for me. You know, Alan smiling. You know what I mean? Like any questions you want to ask me, Alan, I'm willing to answer any questions, Alan.
Well, I mean, because we're gonna get straight down to it tonight, as you said. So, we had the interview last night, and the reason why my guy smile is, one of the comments that I read last night during the interview with the premier was, me only got chat over, yeah. I'm not gonna chat with me in front of the premier, so that made me kind of smile. They check it out. We just be talking about the show and like the flow of the show. And
yes,
one of the things what I thought that people would have kind of pick up on and should have kind of be expecting is how I would have approached the situation yesterday. We live in a culture where there is a lot of hype around situations. Jetty Taylor, big up Jetty Taylor. Yeah, I'm gonna be reading the comments also. So if you want to put in your 2 cents with regards to last night and tonight, definitely I will be addressing the comments tonight. So why I'm saying is no, we live in this hype thing, Jason. And
yeah,
I think people would expect me to ask questions concerning things that we don't necessarily have evidence of, but maybe you hear so. You understand? Story, in other words.
yeah.
No, you got all the times when me I tell you, you're going to hear a lot of story. We even had one the show, and I tell you that show is about story. Everything gonna be coming at your left and right. Me hear somebody who me ain't see as a candidate, and me hear them get $1 million. I hear I did a bad job last night. That is what Loretta Queely said. Well, Loretta, because okay, for instance, and I want to tell you this prior to us starting. A lady called me from the Virgin Islands. Had a lovely conversation. We talked about 45 minutes, and she would have tell me, like, we fall short in a certain things. And when I asked her, well, what's a question what we could have asked? She tell me, she start off with a question what we did ask. You understand then kind of way? But I said, so how you going to criticize me for a question what we did ask? You see what I mean? I said, she did end up and give me one question which I think we missed, but nothing is perfect. And really and truly, the focus for me was to be on the issues rather than to get caught up in story. You check it out. I think there are certain things in the clips, in what was said, which, I mean, you could use them how you feel like. The work is there to do. Another thing is, right, um, I never been approached to work like for NRP or CCM, eh? Like, as in, this, what we're doing right now, this is not an NRP show. This is not a CCM show. This is a show where we are trying to expose people to ideas and opinions. Certain people tell me that we need to form a conclusion. I don't really want to go as far as forming a conclusion, you know. I want to go as far as jotting out the information for the people. And I believe that I am smart enough to form conclusions for yourself. So I feel like really and truly the role of the show, well, last night and even tonight, just in a kind of more light-hearted way, the role of the show is to expose information. You check it out and to let you make up your mind. But me not feel like me need to be telling people this is what you need to think when the information is right there, in my estimation.
Um, what like I listened to a part of the show where you mentioned about he only hold on because of Sean and not because of the paycheck. You know what I mean? And he was already willing to go, and he only hold on because of Sean. But to me, it's like because of the paycheck too, because Sean. So you only no move because of Sean. You know what I mean? So you just were waiting for the US ministers them to jump ship in order for you to jump ship.
Adele says she agreed, but more was to be drawn out. Adele, give me an example of a scenario where you think more should have been drawn out. It's a Nevis thing, and you didn't ask for questions for Nevisions to know.
So Loretta,
Okay.
you say you're here so. So Loretta, you say you're here so. After now you're covering that. But I thought you say you're here so.
Well, maybe she hear that we didn't ask questions for Nevisions to know. And I think that is one of the kind of tricky things about doing the interview as well,
Mhm.
because it's a federal election.
Exactly.
So a lot of people want you to ask local election questions when it's a federal election we're getting ready for. Even a lot of the things we've been talking about. Somebody last week while we were speaking about the CCM land, somebody asked me, how come y'all don't talk about JD? I said JD ain't running for federal, no, not as far as I know. I didn't know NRP had any federal candidates. They didn't have any at that particular moment in time. So even if we had spent time talking about JD, I don't see what fruit we would have been. You check it out.
Hmm.
I wanted to be dealing with what is before us, which is the federal.
Yes.
Yeah, check it out. And even when we were speaking about JD, we were speaking about JD and her platform as far as local government. Jetty Taylor said, why did Mark rely on the Charleston Accord when he found out Timo couldn't be trusted? And okay, so we asked the premier um, why he didn't legislate the Charleston Accord. I think that cover the question that Jetty Taylor said. Because he said, why did he rely on the Charleston Accord? If we asking him why you didn't legislate it, I think that's the same question. And we even went further because I end up and asked if the Prime Minister ain't from Nevis, how Nevis gonna get what they want? And the answer is faith. You understand? You gotta have faith. That's what going on. But me supposed to tell you one thing. If somebody tell you have faith, then you got to manage that for yourself. In my estimation, he was chatting too much, so I didn't finish watching the whole thing. So she only hear piece.
Oh.
So and the piece where she hear, we were not asking. Apparently, the piece where she hear, we did not address enough things in this.
So there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, for me, you understand me? I feel like this is my opinion. I feel like people are relying on the host for the show, especially you, Aaron. You know what I mean? To be hostile towards somebody, and at the same time, you know what I mean? Like we got so much ways to skin a cat. The thing about it, right? The questions were asked to make you choose your poison at the end of the day, you know? Because that we are the vessel already for you guys. You understand me? We already are the vessel. So like if the question was asked, you know what I mean, is you to know who take it how you want it now, then you know what you're gonna deal with in time election come. Is either you're gonna be satisfied with the answer or not. And obviously we all know as a politician there are certain things they're gonna be avoiding, you know what I mean? And you see it for yourself if it was any questions avoided, then you know what you're dealing with. Because guess what? All the questions were asked. Don't use me as a vessel to be abusive. You could be abusive all you want, but at the end of the day, you got to make the vote. We already did our part. You know what I mean? As in, like, Real Talk kind of did their part last night. Is ask the question them. We don't come to bash nobody or whatever. Let me ask the question. Let me open up the wound. You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on in there with the carnage, everything. You get what I'm saying? So the wound was open up. You know what I mean? We got to find out what really going on from the premier's behalf. Am I right or wrong, Alan?
Well, in my estimation, but I want to read off some of the things them and react to some of the things them. Delicious had said she had expect me to like basically put the premier in his place with regards to how he answered the thing about bribery. Once again, this is my estimation. I asked the premier for his justification for saying, go ahead, accept the bribe, but go and vote for CCM. And he put his answer out there. I heard tonight Mr. Brand, the representative for Charlestown, saying some things and Let's Talk program. And I telling you, amazing. You check, he disrespect the Constitution tonight. But I supposed to go do the work to find out that I gonna do the work for the topics. You understand? But ain't really gonna be for NRP. It's just we doing the work. With regards especially to what happened. Next week, Janice is gonna have an opportunity to express her plans as well. And she gonna get the opportunity to express them freely and give everything. I ain't gonna be focused on no story. Because let me tell you something. If I get word next week, we're talking about Janice get ask Janice if he get 6 million from Tim. Yeah, you have some kind of transfer to show me that she get 6 million from Tim. Story. You understand? We ain't gonna really get down to no story. I want to hear what Janice is going to deal with for the people of Davis. I heard what the premier said. Some of the things, I like the vibes. Some of the things then, no, me not like that there. Some of the things then, even though me like the vibes, Me still got to watch the Mondo chat to see how that they gone. I wonder if he gonna be able to execute, especially with he wanna pursue cryptocurrency. You hear man don't start to bring up problems like do we have a stable electricity grid? Man don't start to bring up infrastructure problem because when you say one, people don't realize you go say two. You know? It's the same thing why geothermal is a problem. Because people don't say, "Bah, yeah, we want to do geothermal." But you know how much money and drill and manpower and then technical work. When you say one, you say a lot of things. So, but as me I say, you got to go assess, can the premier deliver these things? Adele will say something about the Mondo chat and the hospital. Adele, this is what I'm saying. Draw your conclusions. The purpose of this thing, really and truly, the topics, is not to tell you what to think. We're inviting you to have a conversation. I would like to stimulate your brain for you to say, bye. What? Me not gonna think about that there. So we could really get towards what we need to get towards, meaningful discussions, in my estimation.
Of course, of course. But at the same time, you know how some people do things, right? You see how you ask a question, right, and you know this can't go without the other. They expected, I guess they more expected you. But for me, you know this can't go without this, enough, so you ain't making no sense. And these kind of typical things they would want to hear. I guess they would, I guess, how must say it? You know what I mean? Like, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But guess what? The questions were answered. That's all me say. The questions were answered. So he left it open for you to decide whatever. You know what I mean? Not because he give you an answer for something you should punch him down and say, boy, I fuck your talk or whatever. You know what I mean? You just know to yourself, okay, that's what he said. Alright, good. You just left it as it is. At least you know where you're not at the end of the day as the viewer. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we rolling.
Sorry that I was just reading some comments. Garrick said he think a lot of the Topics fans tapped into Real Talk Corner expecting the same energy, and there are two different shows. An easy fix for the fans is to publicly invite the premier on this show.
Why, Garrett? Why you think we should? Why you think the premier should come on this show now? I don't know why. Why? But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead, talk, Alan.
Shante Elbrook said cryptocurrency never talk. But listen, you know one of the next beautiful things too, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
When the premier is able to come and talk and just be free and explain, now then you know what the people are able to do. Ask questions about, well, how is this going? How we gonna get it do? When we gonna start? He spoke about things that he said he never even released. When he talking about like the airport and all these things. There are certain things in conversation when you're comfortable. It's better. It's easier. You understand? What you want to do? You got to catch the thing with honey or with shit. I want to catch on with honey. You check it out.
Exactly.
Definitely. When Janice come on, ain't gonna be hostile at all. She gonna get an opportunity, as I say, to display her plan for Neelus. We shall see what is taking place. Somebody said education versus personal opinion
and
or
emotion.
emotion.
That's that's Alset Myers. Big up yourself, Alset. Big up yourself. Share the show.
Somebody said
And
they leave with more. Somebody said they leave with more questions than answers. But 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 that that is always the scenario, you know, Jason.
yes,
Like, okay, right now, me and man me don't watch these Marvel movies. When you don't watch one, you know what you wait for now? The next one will come out. Because one going end off in a kind of way what tell you boy, this is going on. There is always because we don't have all the answers. You check it out, and that's what I'm saying. Um, you get opportunity to hear what is going on, hear the plans, and know when you hear what is taking place, and you're in a better position now to ask the right set of questions. Because as me tell you, people still are focused on this story, you know. So Alan outside of you are pushing him about the bribery. Where was the accountable held? I guess where was he held accountable? But he wasn't asked what his plans are for the NIA. Once again, Adele, I asked him, so if we get these money, what is the situation? What are we gonna get done? From my understanding, his answer is that he would finish the projects what he started. My question is, so what going on? Well, I mean, right, to me, you have to assess the situation and see for yourself. You got to understand these things was already budgeted, you know, but more money is needed. You just got to watch the wire and see what is taking place. Nobody gonna buy no watch me, you know. Me could buy all
Alan,
me watch me say.
Alan, Alan. I
You
feel
got to
like the
watch.
main. I feel like one of the main reasons why people are disappointed the way how we don't be talking on the show. But the thing about it, we only having a conversation asking ourselves these questions, like you know what I mean, until that time come, and they feel like oh we go on the show without having an interview with without having an interview with the premier. They feel like we would have been you guys would have been acting the same way, especially you two, right? You know what I mean? But it's not also about that. You check it out because everybody are big people at the end of the day. You check it out. So like the man come cool and calm, the man not come hostile because the thing about it, the man that had to come on the show. No? The man could have said no and just leave us hanging.
No, but even that, me a man. Um, a better question would have been what he had done with the money he already received because he admitted he received the 400 million. See, I like these questions, right, Jason? Everybody want to ask what he has done with the 400 million.
Yes.
Them man don't say what they do with the 400 million. Them man say you ain't see the roads, you ain't see the pier,
The
you ain't
percentage.
you ain't you ain't see the children ain't got to run pan Dutch chat no more. That what them say. Them don't tell you where the 400 million gone. No. They don't
Mm-hmm.
budget this thing. They don't budget this thing, and this thing and things still coming over budget.
Yeah.
It wasn't planned out properly. But damn me tell you, me not really understand.
I in the back.
What?
I
In
feel
the back. I mean, he
What?
also said they use the money to pay salary. I feel like a lot of the things that the audience are talking about, we actually asked. And we actually provided the information for a lot of the questions that they're asking answers to. But it seemed like they weren't openly listening to the conversation. They were listening blindly, well, you can't say blindly, but they were listening just to push back, just to have something else to say. Sorry to cut in on your thing, but I just looking
No
at the
problem.
people who are
No,
coming in. It's like JT Taylor said, "What about debate?"
uh,
That was like one of the
okay.
last thing we asked.
Okay. See, Shante L. Brooks. That now, that now is the thing. Incompleted don't sit well with Shante Brooks. So you got to make a decision upon that. That are your prerogative, you know.
Exactly.
That are all what me say. I'm just thinking that you need, really and truly, you need to listen to the options that are available to you and make the one where you see best. If you do not want to go back, the thing of it is about CCM. The good thing about it and the bad thing about it is this, you know. CCM got a track record, you know. You don't know where you're getting, you know. You know where you're getting. So you got to work out. You want to maintain or you want something different, and that's a simple choice. Every now and again, I want something different, different color,
Yep.
different color hat. You know what I mean? Different color shoes, then kind of thing. Like, but that are me. Some people like the same color thing all the time. Them feel like they look good in that color there. Me no mind.
Where be happen, right? Let me tell her where be happen, right? Next time, you understand me? I just rehearse with the premier. I said, watch your arm go cuss for 5 minutes. And that's all they want. 5 minutes of cussing. So when I go invite, if I go invite the premier next time, you answer me, I go invite me for the show, I go cuss the premier for 5 minutes. That's it. Just cuss on. You can't cook. You can't do this. You can't do that. I go cuss some Ohio. Since that I want.
Mm.
I go cuss.
I still waiting for the question that we didn't ask. That's what I'm waiting for. Because we needed to ask the hard question.
No. I read there was a question we didn't ask.
Okay.
We should have asked about the conflict of interest with the law firm.
Yeah. The one with when they
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I
that's
tell you.
true.
I tell you, I had a lovely conversation. I
Okay.
would admit that is a
That
question
one.
what we miss. Yeah,
We did ask about the
I would.
conflict of interest with the hospital law.
Oh, and you see, I'm in
Yeah,
here about that.
Yeah.
yeah, but although you ask, Ira, although you ask about it, right? But he said, remember, he said Spencer came into office
He
when
said he was into
2017 or what?
he was in power after.
Yeah,
He was in power
after.
before. He wasn't in power yet.
Yeah.
So, well, the other thing is, well, if we had issues with the design based on the architect, is the architect now going to pay back the money? I wanted to get into that, but I think somebody had come across.
But
That's a
no, but
different thing
Ira,
now.
you said
We getting into local elections, so don't worry about it.
yeah, but you said a mistake after he said who said was a mistake?
Yeah, yeah. We should have asked that question, Alan. Is it pertaining to him and Lindsay walking out?
Yeah,
I had that
I tell
before.
you.
I had that one before,
Yeah,
you know. That was on my mind, honestly. That
mm,
was on my mind. I don't know
but you
why it
forget.
didn't come out. I forgot. Is it you can't remember everything? You can't
Of
remember
course, you
everything.
can't remember everything. But I could remember recalling he said he doesn't know nothing about the piece, but he support the piece. But he doesn't know to that extent in terms of he know what he's
It, it,
supposed to be, but he don't know.
it seemed like he said that he came before cabinet. He said they came before cabinet, but he ain't know about the money part. Yeah, and I like what Tanya said. Let me talk about NRP, because NRP got candidates. You got the NRP poster, you could please put up the NRP poster.
I do.
Yeah, put up the NRP poster. Cause NRP got candidates. Let's talk about NRP. Yeah, I have some opinion. Jason, did you happen to hear the interview Janice had with Ike? We hear any part of
No,
that?
unfortunately, nah. I was busy. So these are the federal candidates.
As far as I know, and the launch will be taking place on Friday.
So,
What is your reaction? Your first reaction?
so I'm gonna go futuristic right now. I'm gonna go 2023 at least. You understand me? When he has a local election, right? And suppose NRP win, who's gonna be in the premier?
Um, you're going far. How come I began earlier 2023? How come you can't give me a real reaction to the candidates right now? Just listen. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. You want to get caught up in a story now. We ain't getting caught up in a CCM story. I want to know. These are the NRP candidates. Could we just focus right now on the NRP candidates? What do you tell me about Rohan? Tell
Honestly,
me about Pat, and tell me about Janice. Me no want to hear
honestly,
nothing
right?
about a Tenglo. Tell me about them.
The point I'm trying to make is, you understand me? These are the candidates I know of running for local elections.
Okay. But the federal one now, let me talk about that.
So that's
We
why
gonna
I'm
we gonna
saying.
get
That's why I would.
we gonna get to where you wanna go now. Don't get me wrong. I don't wanna stop you, but let we give them the shine. No, give me your reaction right now.
Wow. Can I get a wow? Like, I know these are the same ministers we were talking about double dipping and all that stuff. So all it's like all six now. You understand me? So CCM do it now, NRP do it.
Um, you're gonna straighten. Okay, here this is what I wanna tell you, cause I just got a feeling right now. You understand? Now hear what me I tell you. This is what I feel. People tired of CCM. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
People tired of CCM. NRP need to, as me say, I mean, in no hot topic or nothing, the organization need to be there. The presentation need to be there. When you have like, this is nearly a month gone since the Prime Minister announced Parliament has been dissolved, and right now is just now we're getting the candidates. Um, the Ike interview
Yeah.
um, by Janice different. The premier ain't concerned about Janice, but Janice different. You understand? He got questions about, and me got questions too. Yeah, as to like how she gonna really, is she gonna be able to deliver the information in a manner that captivate the people, so that they are listening to she every word. You understand? Can she deliver a story even though she talking about something of substance? She was able to do it on Ike show. So I see some improvement, and I see people responding them kind of ways there. Um, I gonna give Pat respect, right? Cause I was unaware of the fact that Pat does go on Let's Start every Tuesday. And I telling you, to be going, because watch it, Pat in a politics mode all the time, that mean, eh? Cause she going there every Tuesday, go fight it out. You understand? So, me respect that. Well, you know the Rohan thing rough. Me not even really game panda part there. Me not tell you they gonna win. I don't know that. Janice seem like she's going to have an opportunity, in my estimation. The premier gonna be hard to beat, but I have not heard specifically yet what Pat is going to do. NRP has been contextualizing the issues, but I mean, I really hear them say it. What they need. Sheb saying that is a solid point. To get the younger voters, the communication needs to be different, and that is truly a weakness that I see. And listen, Jason, man in the comments, I may hear man in the comments who say, bye, maybe we need a woman leader for real now. Ike like calm. Janice had Ike just jiggy there. And he asking the question them. But it was like you could see that the dialogue was always gonna be within respect. Because even the important thing well, in my estimation, is to be able to communicate with somebody. Watch out. Fighting to me a little boy thing, you know. If you got to hit me, we resolve the problem. Yo, we gone on to little boy story. Yeah, he got country what been in a world war, and they do business together right after that day. And them man just don't kill hundreds of thousands alive. Do all them thing there. You check it out, them man I get over the thing. And we are a little squabble get to Abby rather than focusing on the bigger issues. And as me I say, for my part, the premier dismissing Janice, to me, ain't a bad thing to be an underdog, you know? But I see shortfalls in the organization, and if we see the tightening up, if there are some kind of definitive plans, it is within the realms of possibility. Because Jason, may I tell you, Mark Brantley is the most powerful minister right now. Right now. But, I don't know, people not feel it. People not feel it. It's just the best opportunity. It's just the best thing going. It's like you know, you don't hear people say the devil go with the devil, you know. That they want to know. Them kind of ways there.
I know.
Stick it out until you see something a little better. But to me, people fed up about the CCM, in my estimation.
Mark has not done a thing for
7 years. It is fair to say that the table can turn on him. Anything is possible when enough is enough. And while Jason, you know, you got to take them words serious when they come from a woman, eh? Because when a woman, when enough is enough for a woman, but yo, I'm telling you, hey, listen, he got certain things still. As me tell you, like, I don't agree with everything what the premier said. I don't agree with everything what Johnny said either. There is
But guess what?
Um,
That the people wanted for
guy.
you to say, I disagree with you, Premier.
Uh-huh.
That's what happened. So if you be getting that at least they know by you.
Oh, that may disagree.
Is it mind over matter thing? That's what they wanted to hear. Like, by I disagree with you. You know what I mean? Like, they want somebody to oppose him because you can't oppose him in the house. You can't oppose him on Facebook. So you get the opportunity to oppose him and say you disagree. That's what I wanted to hear. Maybe the views would have been 10,000 because you just said that.
No. Listen, me think that home me do it too. Because I really enjoy it. For example, when it comes to the Burberry thing, I say, well, I've been hearing something on the platform, and it is I say something like it's dangerous, and then I even give context because listen, I tell you, yeah, I'm tell you, okay, here what going on with the Burberry thing. The premier basically his answer was, it is going to happen. In a way to stop it, it gonna happen. Now, if that gonna happen, understand, bribery, people feel like I said, bribery does go on election time and then bribery does take and break until next election. Yeah? If we breed a custom where we saying by bribery is a basic thing what going on, and we ain't gonna protect we election from bribery, we gonna say, well, bye, it got to happen. We is a country where bribery just happen. You got to walk out your matter. What am I supposed to say? The man try hand up in here like, what bribery gonna happen? So me supposed to say, okay, I disagree. Well, okay, I guess so. I understand.
Mhm.
Uh, they say they had our back, but we didn't engage the viewers' comments. That's the problem last night. And Miguel, one of the questions in the comments, huh? One of the questions in the comments was how come Paho didn't come in from the beginning. And there's another question where he tried behind me and he was like, well, he no, he can't give no answer that. When me see a good question, me try ask him. Gary Antonio Hunkins for the country, yes.
That's when you're going to see me in campaign mode.
Mm-hmm. Jetty Taylor said, maybe they want kicking his oak in hell. But Jason, I think about like a master plan why I see going on to you when I really
Yeah.
analyze what's going on. Because I telling you, Pam's strategy with CCM gonna kill Pam and Singles. Now, at the same time, you hear the premier say, Janice now attack Tim. You hear the premier attack anybody in the labor recently?
No.
You hear any kind of lyrics about the premier attack labor recently? So
Honestly,
and
right?
God.
Honestly, right? When he mentioned some things like that, I follow music type of person follow quick because I was back and forth listening to the show while I was working. And when he said that, right, I was like, but yo, you ain't say nothing about labor neither. Now I was saying to myself, but you ain't saying nothing about labor neither. You understand me? Because guess what? You understand me? You say you ask certain things based on facts, not on story, but a question was asked based on what he said because we think it is factual because everything, most of the things that we don't feel like is the gospel. And him, well, you can't watch this and see here, man. I said, well, he gonna have to pull it off.
Yo, yo. Yeah, but you ask about the future scenarios about NRP.
Yeah, we're
You
talking
you
politics.
yeah you recall I tell you that this was going to be a problem.
Of course, couple shows back.
Okay, I'm telling you, and I knew it was gonna be a problem. Um, I have not heard any NRP politician ask the question and could give you an answer in one line, 20 seconds, and move on. And
But hear this too.
that is not a good sign.
But hear this too. You understand me? My thing is, you check it out. If we about the future, the grooming has to start now. That's the purpose of the youth group or the youth, whatever they call it.
Yeah, you
It's
talk.
not to get them. It's not to get them around just to paint. Not to get them around because we had this in my post on Facebook. You know what I mean? And this is the problem. You know what I mean? You don't like we don't do enough grooming as people on a whole. You check it out, especially if we got a future to build. And me feel like that's one. I feel like, let me know if I'm wrong. I feel like that's one I have the problem. You check it out, like then I take time out to groom. They just I just pick people. You know what I mean? And by the time they really pick the people they end up have to pull out because guess what? They gotta watch themselves now.
Mm-hmm.
So the earlier you start
Um,
to groom people, yeah, some they know what they might deal with because they done went through the grooming stage.
Let me ask you a question. When
Yeah,
last you hear a when last you hear a political party gave out a scholarship? Not the government. A political party gave out a scholarship.
but it's a long time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long time, you know. And as far as I could recall, I think the last time I recall is NRP had give us scholarship as far as I know, long time ago. I'm not sure.
The party
Somebody could.
itself or the government?
Uh, I'm thinking maybe they were part. I can't answer that.
Okay.
I can't answer that because I mean I got the information solid for that.
And then let me show you another thing now.
Yeah,
You see how you just got these like youth parliament and all these kind of thing.
yes.
Um, NRP does do like debates. I ever hear CCM youth doing a debate tonight?
The thing about it, the debate got to start among themselves, eh? And that one they will find
Mm,
out what better and who.
No, and that's what I mean. No. So you ever hear like CCM decide we having some debates tonight? You understand? As you said, because now we're dealing with grooming now, you know. So you get some young people and you decide by get a topic that is important to the young people, something what even you want to talk about, and let we have a weekend of debates. Let me do this thing, as you said, to get the grooming process, so that you could hear people, so that you cultivate the argument and all these kind of things.
So,
You say the right to not give none because people are too damn ungrateful these days. Me not understand what that means. The
um,
right to not give up.
and I wanna respond to what Adele said. You understand me? Adele, you understand me? Like if we as the people, you understand me, see somewhere, you know what I mean? Just we only try to create more solutions, you know what I mean? We not try to bring down nobody or whatever, you know. You check it out. We're not trying to bring down anybody. As you see, you understand me?
Amen.
CCM is a work in progress. You know what I mean? We could see that and that's a fact. You check it out. So in order to get out the three waste man them as you say. You understand me? We got to start get something done in order to get out the three waste man them as you say. You got to lose to win.
You feel so? But you got to win to win. You got to win,
But
Jason.
but 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 the reason why I said it now because right now NRP right now ain't got the three seats.
feel you.
You understand me? So
But
they have work to do.
yeah, but watch out. Okay, let me show you this, by Jason. Say you know got the speaker them where you know one. You start off and you know got the speaker, you know. But I know you a man where first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna create a plan so that you could get the finances to get this thing. So as me I say, me now try to make this thing like I say, no mystery thing and me no work needs to be done, you know. But this thing is like a series of plans where you need, you know, Jason. You want a
Yeah.
long term plan? When we want today, 2 elections from now, and you still want a short term plan, what me want to do right now within the hour, yeah, and what me want to achieve today. What me want to achieve 3 months from now, what me want to achieve 6 months from now, but you got all of them things in place. And when you want that the thing and certain people can't hold 2 cabinet positions, whether you can't hold federal and local, you got to get candidates. You got to be doing things to be stimulating candidates.
And to the person who commented and said may dwell more NRP than CCM. At the end of the day, who make the choice? Who made the choice 7 years ago? Who made the choice? You understand me? Me alone. So if me
Okay.
dwell on something, you know what I mean? It's up to you to make that choice or change that. You know, you check it out because it takes more than one vote to get them out.
I wanna say she was responding to the fact that people too ungrateful. So she now waste nothing and no time for ungrateful people. See, Iona, I understand your position. I understand your frustration. I understand sometimes you mash works and you really thought that you would get not more than what you've been due. But you thought that you was gonna get your compensation for what you put in and you ain't get it out. And me understand you're disappointed, but what me I say is in order for Navis to move forward and for us to raise our standard of living, the amount of money what we are making, not even for now but for generations, we got to step up with skills. You understand? So that we are attractive at all moments in time.
Of course.
So scholarship, yeah. What? You got people who me not know them, they not talk to me, they know me brethren. Yeah man. Me just see people from St. Kitts and Nevis and me see them man like graduate and so happy for the thing. Even whether or not they come home, cause really and truly, you know. You like if they could come home and thing, but the infrastructure home got to be right. We go start to set the infrastructure and by of course educate as much people as possible.
Hold on, Mr. Jason, can you tell the people of Nevis what CCM has done to enhance the people of Nevis living? The thing about it is, you understand me? You could see, me could see, you understand me? But at the end of the day, it's your decision to vote. You understand me? Premier was on last night. You understand me? Don't for sure you watch the show. And if you didn't watch it, you could watch a review again.
But Jason, me go tell the man to him or the lady, sorry, Simone. Um, you could drive on the road until you reach by about cliff dwellers and you're good. You could the pier. The last part me drive on the pier solid. Me don't know about the waiting area. I am not aware of any waiting area. We know the hospital not done. People are talking about the Mondo chop. Yeah, I hear what I know. Me don't tell her, you know. This year is got it right now. Mondo chop. This is not Mondo Stadium. You don't see the stadium now done. We understand what taking place. We not seen a gym, we not seen a park and all these kind of things.
You know, if you just pick up anybody to run all that just leave to see a man now and if the candidate already slap what? Already slap in some people's face. 'Cause. 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 'C
I only say, here comes a paid nonsense talker. Well, sir, you are doing, individual, you are doing better than me, because me a talk for free. So at least you get fair talk.
You think about it, right? You think about it, right? People got this thing, and we gotta come out of that. What happens is people think as everybody, you know what I mean? If you were CCM 5 years ago for the last election, you vote for CCM, you know what I mean? You're gonna be voting for CCM all your life, you know? And even if Pat was a CCM or whatever, we never see him vote for CCM yet. We see him on shows, but we ain't know for sure what she went in at the ballot, what she went to do at the ballot.
But Jason,
Because I got a lot of
my
uh-huh.
argument even stronger than that, you know, because, okay, for example, when you vote for CCM, right? Because I don't hear people say you and CCM, you vote to CCM. Like,
Yeah.
what happened? Like, you get a marking, you get like a special marking or a card or something. Who say no, he is a CCM?
You get free gas for the
Because
gas station.
really and truly, the only people who I would consider to be a CCM is if you is a member. If you just pay dues to the Concerned Citizen Movement and you are a registered member, I can consider you a member of CCM. If you don't just vote in an election, you are part of the general population. And you free to choose. And watch out, if you are a member of CCM, and to be a member you have to pay your dues. And you stop pay your dues and you start to pay your dues at NRP. Where be now? You pay over you know.
But look at
People,
it look at
God.
look at it vice versa now. Look at it vice versa now over in St. Kitts. Tim was a labor. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me? Tim Farm Unity and CCM jump on.
Yeah. Curtis Cook said everybody and the government need to be investigated. And all when me think about this the thing what happened down I believe just like how I will do the census every 10 years there should be something where we go over the government to make sure everything is where they say it's supposed to be. You
Yeah.
feel what me I say? We not do it all
All
the
it,
time, but yeah, but every 10 we do a audit on top of the audit in order to make sure every single thing what them say is which party they and we got the money
but
what we supposed to like.
the thing is, right? You know what I mean? Like the story does fly so high, right? Like for instance, like the other day, somebody said FBI H, somebody gonna go get locked up. But years no me wait till people get locked up. Years.
Um I don't tell her you all kind of Jason when them man tell me the person get $1 million. They say so I start to ask technical question now. I said, okay, so you try to tell me the person you get $1 million from him. How they get them? Cash? I didn't get them in them account. Hear them, but I didn't get them in them account. I say, I say, here what the problem is. You ain't understand the banking laws, you know. I say, when you go down there and you tell them man you want a certain amount, the man start to ask you which part that it come from, what it coming for, these kind of things, and you have to have answers. Now. Tim can't just send the money like I say, you know. And then even when you have the $1 million, as them I say, NRP have these $1 million. You can't just go down a bank and tell them I want 500,000 today. When you want any kind of money there, you got to make an appointment by the bank, huh?
Of
And
course.
let them know buy I don't need this amount of money. And once again you got to go through and answer them why you need this amount of money and all these set of things. And then now the man got to make an arrangement. You're gonna see all kind of big stuff going on there, go drop off the thing and then ship the individual now still got to go find a way to physically move all of this money here. So me just a try tell you, you're gonna hear all kind of thing. Them got this got money you give it, this got money you give it. How physically is it possible? And then ask yourself the next question. So are you telling me that the banks and them are involved? It's bullshit, yeah. And it's bullshit what could be thrown away, but then it's like, bye. Me feel like me don't work with people. You just can me explain the things them well. How this could happen? People you don't just get $1 million like so. It don't happen so. There are questions and responsibilities what go along with having these type of money. And then you just fresh bills. All of a sudden fresh bills just in the place. And nobody asks questions. And I feel like the bank, the central bank, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is in Sinkits. And these things are going to be going on. And them man gonna let it happen right under the eye. And I don't believe all of them story there. This guy $1 million, that guy $1 million, just so.
Feel like I say, go.
Yeah, me only want a story, see.
Story.
Yeah.
Story.
Yeah. So me just tell you when I hear people got money, story.
And when I hear FBI come, and when I hear FBI, first thing first, FBI no won't come, I ain't gonna know. And when they do come, is when they go in with somebody.
Not only that. Not only that. If I hear FBI coming, FBI got somebody, do not look in at your phone or look on and text or see and picture with the man. That won't be world news. You see how things been when the BBI Premier get locked up? You could find it on BBC. You could find it on CNN. You're going to see this. There will be coverage. Watch out, Al Jazeera be going to reach. If
but hold on,
reach down here to
hold on, I think they been say FBI and CID or whatever, CIA or whatever, but let them know he got some of them to deal with guns and ammunition, and he got some to deal with money and all that type of stuff there. I'm not even sure what's the difference, but at the same time still, you know, I got to know who's coming and what they're coming for. FBI no one come just so. And he got DEA, all these different type of people.
And Simone just asked an important question there in the comments. She said talk about the light bill and the water bill and basically the cost of living. One of the reasons why I asked the Premier about what his plans would be if he had the extra money, and people have a problem with this once again, but they ain't realize the value, is this. When he tell you he's gonna spend the extra money, if he's gonna spend the extra money on something that is going to make money, then you understand that the money is gonna kind of pay for itself. Because really and truly at that moment in time is an asset, is an investment. But if he's going to take the money to finish something that is not going to make money, then you understand that what we have just done is gotten the money for a liability. And once again, you have to make your decision about how the money is being spent. I only asked him to explain how he would spend the money. That don't mean I would spend the money, so.
And at the same time, it goes back to the airport when he mentioned that he investors. Let me just use the typical word for the people. Investors. You know what I mean? We customer hear that word a long time, for years now. Investors. And with investors said, they're like, yo, first thing first. Investors now invest in a dead house. And me go call the airport a dead house. Unless they know it's something will benefit them for sure. You check it out? So that gonna be left to be seen still.
Boy, Jason, even with the airport, but that was amazing. I get the leader of the Concerned Citizens Movement to say that the airport is a liability. The airport got an advance and we name, and he said that shit. The airport costing us money, and here what NRPA do up to now. Think about this, yeah. I went to the airport opening, I had a lot of fun. I was sexy, Man, if you went to the airport when the airport opened, a lot of people went on the flex.
I was a young boy.
Okay. So, what NRPA do yet? And this is the question, I just ask question and kind of stupidness, like how much does culture armor cost? How much it costs to have an airport? How much it costing us in employees? How much it costing us in bills? So that you could see, you could put that there now in the budget. And you remember his CCM came up with the airport with no long-term plan. But me supposed to got to go do this thing. Me got to go look in a budget to go find out how much airport costs. The airport got to cost a massive amount of money.
Ask Mikhail.
Bye. Mikhail have money a friend right now, bye. Mikhail was a victim of the leaks today. You realize he got nervous leaks? Hey, one reason me now I work with the government right now, if you're dealing with anything with the government, you look like you information leak. Them man need to get control of that shit. That shit is not funny.
What you talking about, Mikhail? What do you mean? How much money you make?
No. This no money what he make. This is the task force. The members of the task force. Mickey is a very important gentleman. Yes. So he had to be compensated for his duties. You understand?
On a monthly basis?
No. It was I think it's like a one-time payment. Like basically you don't know them man would have been putting in hours during the pandemic and them kind of things. So them man give them some funds basically. To me as a gratitude.
Okay. And that come from the CBI then?
But it look like anytime there's a problem and you need to just to think a magic one over it, you just CBI, you just spray on some CBI. And once I believe me gonna get some CBI perfume, me gonna get some CBI clothes, CBI shoes. Cause anytime you're in a problem, you just turn to the CBI.
Until you stop getting.
Yeah, Simon had asked another question there, a good question about what would happen if the CBI money dried up, and I think Ira had asked that as well. Ira had say that the CBI could be vulnerable. You check it out, because you got the war in Ukraine, a lot of Russians just sponsor it and all these kind of thing. We had to ban them.
But also, the premier said that he don't not get fair share, so he could do without the CBI.
Yeah. Jetty been asked me what is my opinion on people flying in to vote. No, I wanna answer this, and I'm gonna be real with you. With regards on a personal level, but I like the fact that I just get to see some people I never see again for until the next 5 years. On a personal level, I like that part there. You understand? I would like to know, just like with the airport and how much it costs, just like with the Mondo Chap and how much it does cost a month time to have the Mondo Chap. I would like to know how much does it cost? Is it like the parties themselves does be paying for these tickets? And this is how come I
Hmm.
ask the premier about campaign funding. Me not really concerned. Me not really concerned. I think we could loosen up some things in order in terms of disclosure. But I would like
Yeah.
to know how much, for example, CCM is gonna spend on this campaign. How much is NRP gonna spend? They're gonna spend 10 million. They're
But
gonna spend
also,
5.
also,
I think it would be interesting to know the number.
but also, you know what I mean? We would never know the number overall because guess what? A man might come in, as the premier say, a man might come in and, you know what I mean, one and say, hey, I like how this a go on, you know what I mean? Let me sponsor this amount, you know? Let me sponsor the airplane. Is a way of taking away yourself from certain things, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Putting somebody else like, yo, this is how I go on actually.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
and
said,
we can't deny that.
mm-hmm. I said, so to understand government, you got to know maths, science, I think economics, and something else. But you
Of
also need
course.
you also need online, you know. To me, right, Jason? To me, panel levels. Ain't no one person were really and Julie. Um, me not see how big and a genius like that. Who he know everything. If you're doing this thing the right way, in my estimation, it could be somebody from any profession.
Yes.
But what gonna happen is now that person there gonna need a clear direction. They're gonna got to be strong, and then them man gonna got the professionals around them who know how to deal with the thing. You're gonna need an economics man for sure. You're gonna need legal people for sure. You're gonna need people who know about health. But you need you know how much engineers have you need? The way how man want to be lawyer, right? Man need to want to be engineer cause money wise, me mother so me try to tell you. The man need the man really need to understand where the true dollars are at this moment in time. And in then at the max boy. If me could go back and do anything and talk to young Alan, I would have say boy, take them man serious in the maths.
That's true. That's true, Chef. That is so true.
Yes.
Just feel like itself is working on its way. Okay.
Yeah, that the fear too.
Yeah, yeah, that's all good.
But listen,
And honest,
as me tell you, it was pan a selfish note, you know.
yeah,
Pan um uh, really and truly. Okay, hear me well thing. Cause really and truly me feel like people if you subscribe to Nevis, you should still be able to vote. I feel like the point come where we need to get like electronic ballots and all that kind of thing. Like. Right now, right? Tim don't deserve the house. If we had some kind of registry whereby you could have said, I'm living in Canada, I'm living at Alberta, this address. When Tim dissolved the house, what that man could have do is done start to mail out the ballots on them, yeah, to people all over the world, yeah. And then you could even do like early voting and all that thing, you know. You could choose to release and say, well, this is how the thing go based on the overseas or whatever, but we don't reach a point in time where these things need to be going on.
but how they gonna think about that and all them was under one umbrella getting a paycheck? You know what I mean? The disturbance only occur when certain things don't work out in certain favor, and he come down to this conclusion. When he was under one umbrella, Nobody got no time to think about nothing. And that's the facts. Because based on what he said, he only was holding on and he was waiting for Sean, you know. You understand me? It wasn't about the paycheck, but he was still getting paid and waiting for Sean.
Yeah, me tell you the real confusion about waiting for Sean. Sean fucking fuss him. Cause if you really check out the matter what going on, he said he wasn't for Tim. But Sean went. Cause remember the swearing in, it was Sean and Tim. You know? I remember Sean and Tim is enough for the government.
Yeah.
So watch out. You know why ultimately, because I talk to somebody and them I try to say how CCM need to do this and CCM need to do that. And me I say, boy, whether it's CCM or NRP, News got a mathematics problem, you know. And the mathematics problem we got is we got 3. So the only time we gain in the federal government is if Syncit is not clear. Syncit got somebody down there got at least 5. Or I will start to talk to somebody down there. Outside of that, I mean, none. And then furthermore, me tell him, man, boy, the only time news could get a prime minister is not only if we got the chief and up here going on, no, but we got to get the key ingredient. He got to be in a position where government can't, he got to be 4-4. And government can't find without this. And I'll be decided, boy, I'll be going up with that with whoever is going to say, that man they are prime minister. If I don't do that, then well. Outside of that,
Business
we
is
got a
business.
mathematics problem. Yeah.
Business is business.
The only real mistake what the premier make right now, but as I tell you, I see the longer kick because you go shut down Pam and then roll with Labour. The only thing you gonna have to work out, but is he and Denzel Douglas. You say you have to justify an absentee ballot. The justification is that you are absent and we have sent you a ballot. I don't think any justification than that.
So,
I guess if you want to say, if you want to have conditions and say it only apply to students or to like persons who are diplomats, but those are things that could be worked out. Me just say, in the overall scheme of it, I feel like, cause watch out, me save money for the parties and them, you know. It easier them man send a piece of paper than a plane one man who go and come back home.
so
That's all what me I say. We need to work out something. You got to get some kind of way we could study this thing and be able to let people exercise their franchise. Pan I don't want to keep you overtime on the young guy a little overtime on. You
okay.
want to
Let's go. You know what I mean? It was fun while they lasted.
Alright.
And tune in to what you call uh, Whispers.
Whispers. You whispers,
Yeah, tune in
whispers.
to Whispers on Thursday, and next week again it's back to Real Talk Corner.
Janice I think is next week. Next week, Wednesday? Whenever is the 8th.
Okay.
Yeah, next week Wednesday is Janice.
Yeah, man, and we'll see you guys again next time. You know what I mean? So it was real, and it was the topics. It was us.
Yeah.
It was last night, and it was tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Good night, people.
myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's the rock. And girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you're just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean.